Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, it's Weeb. I'm back on Counterside and today it's more for a video about what to do in the game in my opinion. I'm just going to talk quickly about gears, red and stuff like that for how to farm pretty much in the future. Everything is based on my experience in my opinion, so maybe you could as well look at other guides from other YouTubers to make your own mind as to how to farm the game. But anyway, let's start. Okay, so first off, what I want to mention is how to make more red happen more frequently and also dives in the same time. So all that is in the dispatch missions. When you go into your branch facility, you can see you have different departments you can create. For example, you have the two coordinate amplifiers which are free, which you can use whenever. They are just dependent on your level. For example, I go on level 7 and you can see it's not level 8, so I can't use the level 4 of the red amplifier. And so for red, what you want is those three buildings right here. The CSC passive radar, which increase disturbance chance by 30%. You want the interception support gear for support gear level 3, and you want the phase array radar to increase the chance of your disturbance being arrayed by 40%. And so for red, it's basically that. And if for dive, it's almost the same thing. You want the CSC passive radar and the spatial coordinate fixator. You don't really need the red here, but I think like you could still use the red support gear in case you get a red still. But yeah, what I would recommend is to have two dive dispatch area, but branch, that's what they call it. And I would recommend to use the 4 other slot for red. Right now I'm not level 75, so I can't do it. I only have 5 branch instead of 6. Another way to get easy red is to have obviously max friend in your friend list. Like you can get 60 friends, and out of 60 you could be able to get active people. And if you notice people don't being active, you can just kick them from your friend list. Also something you can notice right here, this guy called Kuza is in the same guild as mine, so I'm not asking him as a friend because it's just a waste of place, because friends are just used for red or for story if you use the support unit, but no one does that. So yeah, get 60 friends and you could be able, if they are active, to get a lot of red. And so why should you farm red? Well, it's simple. Red is probably the best place to get gears, outside of maybe gauntlet from the gauntlet gear you can buy in the shop. But with red you can get those little tokens that you can use then into the red gear here. There is two types of tokens. There is one for barista and one for inhibitor, the two red bots that exist. It's not really, the two sets are different somewhat, but it's not really a problem that you farm barista or inhibitor. Anyway, they just come in rotation, so you can't really choose. And so you can see, by crafting T5 gear, you can get a chance to get T6, T7. And so now let me quickly go to my inventory and show you that there is actually 4 types of T7 gear. There is the 2 red gear that exists, and the relic gear, and another one. So the 2 red set have the name of the boss. You can see inhibitor for this one, and barista should be in blue, yeah, right here. Britra, not barista. I always call it barista, I don't know why. And then the relic one has a yellow one. You can see them, there are a lot of them. The relic one has a farmable one in PvE, whereas the 2 red one are only farmable in red. So the farmable one are here in challenge. You can see the 3 different styles: Steely Winds, Trace of Resistance, and Where Nightmare Prevails. You can see those PvE content are really hard, like I'm barely even making this one, even if it's easier, I'm not even making this one at all. Right here, and then you can see they all have a little thing, the debuff based on one type of character. So this one had counter, this one has soldier, I believe. Yeah, soldier, and the last one has mech. Well, not real. So you need to have really specialized team, and I'm starting to make one for the 2 others that I can't farm really right now. I only can farm this one right now. I can't even farm the last level. You can see they are really hard content. But so it's with this one that you can farm the little material that you can get you really gear right here. You can see. So when that level gives you the accessory, the second one gives you the sword, I believe, and the No, it's the second one that gives you the armor, and the first one gives you the swords. And there is another way, the way to get the fourth T7 gear, it's by upgrading T6 gear. You can see you can upgrade your gauntlet gear that you've bought. Yeah, and you can also upgrade exclusive equipment. Problem with this is that I don't have personally any of this because they are really costly. You can see 3 million, and you also need 400 of one material and 200 of one of those fusion core, which are really hard to get. And you need also a select upgrading gear, which require to have the gear at level 10. Having a gear at level 10 is probably really costly in terms of, well, material to feed into to make a plus 10 gear, and it's also really costly in money. So yeah, even though I would say that making, for example, mace gear, which are incredible gear, are probably one of the best sets in the game, in my opinion. Just get them in Gauntlet if you don't have them already. But yeah, I'll go just quickly. Wait, what? Is it not ordered? No, it's not ordered, right? Should have. Yeah, right. I only have 2 plus 10, you can see, and like most of my gear stays at either plus 7 when I want it, or they stay at plus 4. So yeah, it's like making a gear plus 10 is really hard. It takes a while and a lot of resources, and it's not even that great of an upgrade, to be honest. Like, you get 2% stat and a bit more flash stats. So should you necessarily go for T7 gear? In my opinion, you don't really need to go just all T7 gear on your unit. Like, you can see in Gauntlet, you only get 10% of HP, attack and defense from your gear, so you don't need to upgrade them. So upgrading a T6 gear to plus 10 to then get it to T7 where it's plus 9 when you upgrade it isn't really worth it. And so what I would recommend is actually to stick with your T6 gear that you get from Gauntlet and the Ground Claws. Like you can see, you can buy a pretty good gear, especially the maze one. The seasonal gear and the regular gear are really great. Buy the regular gear, by the way, first, because they are really important in my opinion, whereas seasonal gear are really used in my opinion. Like, they are random, so you can get absolutely shit stat on it, but you can modify them, I guess, so that's maybe a plus. On T5 gear are also fine. Like, keeping a lot, having only T5 gear on a unit is fine. It doesn't mean it's unusable. T5 gear are also very good. You can even use T4 sometimes to complete a set, especially when you're early and you don't have that many gear. And that's it, in my opinion. I think I've spoken about everything I wanted to say. Honestly, if you want more information, you can go on YouTube. There is probably a really good tutorial with more explanation and everything. Like, I know Guitar Rock does really good guide on Splinter Cell, I believe. He used to do it when CA came out, but I don't know if he started redoing it when CA Global came out. Probably. I think I saw one of his video pop up sometime. But yeah, so next time I'll probably do a video about whatever's coming on Global for next. Like, I don't know the needs. I know Arab and Serapel are already here, but I don't have Arab at all on my CA account, and my Serapel is just level 100 and he's just a defender. He's great, but not a must in my opinion, especially with the pace Global is going. There's probably going to be a way better unit coming out. So yeah, next video is probably going to talk about Nayubin, Awakened Nayubin, since his banners should be coming on August, if I remember from what I saw on the roadmap. But yeah, anyway, I hope you guys like the video. Consider leaving a like or subscribing. Bye!
Girl, I'm sold. We never took a night off, saw me cold.